Hi, I'm Suzanne Vardy. I'm a counselor doing individual counseling and providing parenting workshops. The name of my practice is Compassionate Parenting. And I like the flexibility of that term, compassionate parenting, because it refers to practicing compassion for others, like our children, but then also practicing compassion for ourselves, or self-compassion. And compassion is necessary for our well-being and that of our children. And in order to teach it to our children, we need to be able to teach it to ourselves first. We need to be able to have it for ourselves. I have a 3-year-old and an almost 7-year-old, and I wanted to share 5 of the books that we have on our bookshelves at home that I believe support teaching compassion to your children. And so compassion means some of the skills that you need to be able to have. It means being able to recognize and name our own emotions so that we can sense these same emotions in others. Mindfulness also supports compassion, as when we are mindful, we're able to pay attention to what is happening in our own bodies, noticing sensations, thoughts, and feelings. And then when we slow down and pay attention to these sensations, thoughts, and feelings, we're better able to recognize them and name them for ourselves, and also recognize them in other people. So we become better at recognizing our own emotional states. Practicing mindfulness also means that we are more skilled at tuning into others. So the books I thought I would share with you today are The Way I Feel, which is written and illustrated by Janan Kane. Walter Was Worried, and this one is by Laura Vaccaro Seeger. Mindful Monkey and Happy Panda by Lauren Alderfer. A Boy and a Bear, and it's by Lori Light. And then Peaceful Piggy Meditation, which is by Lori Lee McLean. So the first one, The Way I Feel, it mostly focuses on sort of increasing a child's emotional vocabulary. And quite honestly, it sort of helped me broaden mine from the sort of I'm mad, I'm sad, I'm glad to other emotions. So it talks about being angry, it talks about feeling thankful, and it talks about being frustrated. And as you can see, the illustrations also sort of give you a sense of what that feeling might be like. And with Walter Was Worried, Frederick was frightened when thunder shook the trees. So again, with the illustrations giving the children a sense of what that feeling might be like, what it might feel like in their bodies. So Peaceful Piggy Meditation is one of the other ones. And even although this book uses the term meditation, I didn't feel like it was sort of saying that that's the only way to be mindful. It talks a lot about also learning to breathe, just take a break and find a quiet space to just breathe, breathe, breathe. So my children don't formally meditate. And this book, I didn't feel like it was saying that that's what you had to do. So it was a great one at being able to sort of say when you are, when you've got these big overwhelming emotions, just really encouraging them to sort of take a break and tune in to what's going on for them. Mindful Monkey, Happy Panda sort of more talks about what mindfulness is, sort of a little bit about, it's just, your monkey mind jumps from one thing to another. And then instead, for the Happy Panda, when I work, I am just working. So really explaining mindfulness as just being present, that idea of being present in your body. And then A Boy and a Bear. I love the simplicity of this one. The illustrations are just really simple, and it sort of gives a bit more sort of the boy and the bear, they feel the sun's warmth, the sun's warm light on his chest. This is the boy, and so did the bear. So a bit more sort of some exercises that you can do, and sort of, the boy breathed in and out slowly, and he let the air out of his mouth and let his stomach go down. So sort of some exercises that you might be able to try with your child as well. And you don't have to belabor the point. You can just use them as bedtime reading, and the children will pick up on them as they do, you can say a few things about them, or you can ask them how they felt or what they thought, or have they ever done that? Have they ever felt frustrated? Have they ever breathed like that? But it doesn't need to be a really big conversation at all. And that's what I really like about books. So those are the 5 of the books that are on our shelves. And if you want more information and more resources, then you can go to my website, which is www.compassionateparenting.ca. Thank you.